Why would a two-time Grand Slam champion spend part of her press conference talking about another player? Not because she had just won a major, not because she was ranked number one, and not because she had beaten Coco Gauff. Instead, Coco Gauff explained why Alex Eala is becoming one of the most important players in the tennis world. But what exactly did she mean? What did Coco see that made her praise a player who is still building her career? And why are more and more top stars saying almost the same thing about Alex Eala? The answer has very little to do with trophies and everything to do with changing the future of tennis. Stay until the end, because I'll show you exactly what Coco Gauff said, why it mattered so much, and why many people believe Alex Eala's impact goes far beyond the scoreboard. But before we begin, I have a small challenge for every true tennis fan watching. If you really love this sport and enjoy stories like this one, help us reach our goal of 500 subscribers. It only takes 1 second to hit that subscribe button, but it helps this channel continue bringing you the biggest stories in tennis. And after subscribing, comment tennis is growing, so I know you're part of this amazing community. Now, let's get into the story. For years, tennis has searched for something every sport desperately needs: new fans. Every generation produces great champions. But not every generation produces a player who inspires millions of people to watch tennis for the very first time. That's much rarer, because winning matches is one thing. Changing the audience of a sport is something completely different. And over the past year, Alex Eala has quietly started doing exactly that. Wherever she plays, something feels different. The atmosphere is louder. The crowds are bigger. Filipino flags fill the stands. Fans travel hundreds, sometimes thousands, of miles just to watch her compete. Many of them admit they never followed professional tennis before discovering Alex Eala. She's not simply gaining supporters. She's creating brand new tennis fans. Eventually, the biggest names on the WTA Tour couldn't ignore it anymore. One of those players was Coco Gauff. Already one of the sport's biggest superstars, Coco has played in packed stadiums all over the world, experienced Grand Slam finals, sold-out arenas, and some of the loudest crowds in tennis. So when something surprises a player like Coco Gauff, people pay attention. That moment came earlier this season in Dubai. Coco's match was scheduled before Alex Eala's. At first, it looked like a normal day on the WTA Tour. But as Coco's match went on, she began to notice something. The crowd wasn't simply watching her. Many of them were waiting for the next match, waiting for Alex Eala. Coco's match turned into a long battle, lasting more than 2 hours. Every extra game meant Alex's match would start a little later. After finally securing the victory, Coco stepped onto the court for her post-match interview. Most players would have focused only on their own performance. Instead, Coco smiled and apologized to the crowd. She admitted she knew many fans have been waiting patiently to see Alex Eala play, and she thanked them for sticking around. It was only a brief moment, just a few simple sentences. But those words spread across social media almost instantly, especially among Filipino tennis fans. One of the biggest stars in the sport had openly recognized what everyone was beginning to notice. Alex Eala wasn't just attracting attention. She was bringing an entirely new energy to women's tennis. A few days later, Coco and Alex finally faced each other on the court. Everyone expected Coco to win, and she did. But something else happened during that match that caught everyone's attention. Even while Alex was losing, the crowd kept cheering her name. Every great point Alex won brought huge cheers from the stands. It almost felt like she was playing at home. For many players, that situation could have been frustrating. Imagine winning a match, yet hearing the loudest cheers for your opponent. But Coco Gauff saw it differently. She didn't see a crowd against her. She saw something much bigger happening right in front of her eyes. Months passed. The excitement around Alex Eala didn't disappear. If anything, it became even bigger. Tournament after tournament, more fans showed up wearing Philippine colors. More people started following women's tennis because of one player. Then came the Washington Open. Alex produced the biggest run of her career, defeating some of the tour's strongest players, including former champion Leylah Fernandez, world no. 10 Alina Svitolina, and four-time Grand Slam champion Naomi Osaka in the semifinal. In the final, she came back from a set down to beat top seed Jessica Pegula. Alex didn't just reach the final, she won it. Her very first WTA Tour singles title, and the first ever won by a Filipino player, pushing her into the world's top 20 for the first time in her career. Suddenly, the entire tennis world was talking about her. After the tournament, Jessica Pegula was asked about the incredible atmosphere surrounding Alex. Pegula admitted that Alex was bringing new fans into the sport and creating an energy that women's tennis could only benefit from. It was a powerful statement. But then Coco Gauff was asked the exact same question during her own press conference. And this time, she gave an answer that perfectly explained why Alex Eala's rise matters so much. Coco said, "The demographic that Alex is bringing to the sport of tennis is so great. And I think all of us should really embrace that because we're all benefiting from it." That wasn't just another compliment. Those words carried real meaning. Think about what Coco was actually saying. She wasn't talking about Alex's forehand. She wasn't talking about her ranking. She wasn't even talking about winning titles. She was talking about people. New people discovering tennis because of Alex Eala. Coco continued by remembering their match in Dubai. She said it was one of the best atmospheres she had experienced, then explained why. Seeing a nation of people who don't always feel represented in tennis finally seeing themselves on the court was incredibly inspiring. That single sentence explains everything. For years, millions of Filipino sports fans watched tennis without having someone from their own country competing at the highest level. Now they do. And because of Alex, many young children are picking up a tennis racket for the very first time. Parents are watching matches with their families. Fans who never followed the WTA Tour are now learning the rules, following tournaments, and supporting players every week. That's bigger than one victory. That's how a sport grows. Coco even shared something personal. She revealed that after her match against Alex in Dubai, many Filipino fans began supporting her as well, simply because she had shown kindness and respect toward Alex. Coco smiled as she said, "I honestly gained some fans from her community off that match, which I think was cool. Instead of creating rivalry and division, Alex's fan base created new connections." And Coco appreciated it. Then she finished with words that probably meant more to Alex than any headline ever could. Coco said, "I know Alex personally, and I'm always going to be supporting her." Those aren't words you hear every day from one of the biggest stars in women's tennis. They show genuine respect, not just for Alex the player, but for Alex the person. Step back, and you begin to understand why so many people inside the sport are saying the same thing. Alex Eala's impact isn't measured only by wins and losses. It's measured by the people she's bringing into tennis. At the Australian Open, interest in Alex was so overwhelming that fans packed the outside courts just to watch her compete. At Wimbledon, her matches attracted global attention, and her post-match interviews reached hundreds of thousands of viewers online. Then came Washington, where she didn't just show up, she made history. The crowds, the excitement, the atmosphere, it all pointed to one thing. Alex Eala wasn't just becoming a better tennis player. She was becoming one of the sport's biggest new attractions. Every new fan matters. Every child inspired to pick up a racket matters. Every country that starts believing it belongs in this sport matters. Because when an entire nation begins following tennis because of one player, everyone benefits. The players, the tournaments, the fans, and the sport itself. So why is Alex Eala important to the tennis world? The answer isn't because she's already won the most titles. It isn't because she's the highest ranked player. It's because she's doing something even more valuable. She's introducing tennis to millions of new people. She's giving Filipino fans someone to believe in. She's proving that greatness can inspire far beyond the scoreboard. And that's exactly why Coco Gauff spoke so highly of her. Not because of what Alex has already achieved, but because of what she's helping tennis become. If you enjoyed this story and want more tennis content like this, don't forget to hit subscribe, because we're on our way to 500 subscribers, and every single one of you helps this community grow. Also, let me know in the comments. Do you agree with Coco Gauff? Is Alex Eala one of the most important new faces in tennis today? Thanks for watching. And until next time, keep supporting the game, keep believing in great stories, and I'll see you in the next video.